all start going wrong from talking on the phone.
Too many handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams just about a 3.5-hour drive from each other on Florida's I-75. The Jags and Bucs are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second down, Winston. Incomplete.
I want to see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Play action now. Winston. He finds Humphreys. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. Deshaun Gibson there on the tackle.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Ready. Watch 25. Follow.
Working out of the gun, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Let's convert.
First down, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Let's go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. From the gun, Winston. And that's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Ready. White 25. Green, triple C.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first.
Follow. Ready. Blue 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Telvin Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready. Blue ready. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
72.
So after the INT, it's Bortles rolling to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the interception, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now, Jameis on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Jameis to throw it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And now out come the Jags. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deeper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 60 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 23. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Let's go.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's Cole. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Even.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Throwing, Winston. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Even. Ready. Black 22. Boys up. Let's go.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
550. Ready.
On play action, Winston. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphreys. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Winston. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
On 1st down, Bortles. He's going to fire one deep open. And got his man complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Let's go. 11B.
A final shot before half for Bortles. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start the second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that one will be accepted. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Ready?
Here's Winston. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up second down. Now Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Winston going for the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Being chased out left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Vinny Curry. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hank.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Hey, 5-0.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. taken at about the 36. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Second down, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The give is to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Here's Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Bucs on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Ready. Blue ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Back now in Jacksonville, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Mike 39, Lucy. Lucy. Here we go. Green, it's in.
Bortles now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
372.
On play action, it's Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Green, it's in.
On play action, now Bortles. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Winston. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hank.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Winston now after the fumble recovery. And that'll be incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Play action now. Winston. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Fournette on the counter, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Safarian-Jenkins, 41 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now Winston. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Winston now from the 50. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Marcel Darius in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep down, and now here is another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.